First of all, I just have 2 words to say. Girl power! This is amazing! I'm so happy to be here right now and share with you my story and also talk to you about food and mood. So, you guys might be shocked. I hope you're all in a good mood right now. So, thank you so much for the awesome introduction. Who here uses Instagram or Snapchat? Is anybody? Awesome. Do you guys ever take pictures of your food? Yeah? Awesome. Okay, we're gonna get along so well because I love taking pictures of food, and so I just wanted to share where you can find me on Snapchat, on Instagram, sharing pictures of delicious food that's gonna make you feel great, look great. So today we're going to talk about my joyous journey. My name is Joy and I've had an interesting health journey. I'm going to share with you the food and mood connection, and it might really surprise you. And I used to eat a lot of bad mood foods and I had no idea there was a connection. So I'm going to talk to you about what some bad mood foods are and then also what some good mood foods are. So when I was about 15 years old, I got into this habit of every day after school, on my way home, I would stop at a fast food joint and I would eat some French fries. Sometimes I'd have a burger or chicken McNuggets before I got home and had the dinner that my mom made for me. And so when I had that, I got into a habit. I did this for like a couple of months, and I noticed that every day when I got home from school, I just felt kind of sluggish. And then I was starting to not feel so good about my body. I just didn't feel really great. And I really didn't make that connection to the food. So I started feeling worse and worse. And then one day, you know what? I thought to myself, I'm just gonna try something different. Instead of like eating these fries every day on my way home from school, I'm gonna stop doing that. And I'm going to get a membership at the YMCA. So, yay to the YMCA. Do we have some YMCA lovers over there? Me too. So here's what happened. I became completely addicted to working out and taking better care of myself. I stopped eating the McDonald's. I was working out like 3-4 times a week. I was walking lots. And I have to tell you that it completely transformed my life. I felt so good about myself. I felt so strong. And then years later, when I went to school to study nutrition, I realized that what I was eating was actually impacting my mood negatively at the time when I was eating those foods. And then so when I started to eat better and I started taking better care of myself, my confidence soared and I felt amazing. So that's about my journey. Now I'm going to share with you the food-mood connection. So I have a feeling that you guys are all feeling pretty good. Do you guys feel pretty good right now? Yeah, okay. Good stuff. But I want to know who feels amazing. Do you feel amazing? Amazing. Me too. I'm feeling amazing too. I'm so happy to be here. So this is an example of a good mood breakfast. So these are the types of things that I eat and I recommend. This is a delicious raspberry cheesecake smoothie. I didn't actually blend up a cheesecake, by the way. But there are ingredients in there that actually make it taste like a cheesecake, but it's actually really good for you. And then that's a piece of toast with some almond butter and some bananas and some chocolate chips. Does that sound good? Yeah, and that is a good mood food. So let's look at the food and mood connection. So have you ever noticed how food makes you feel about 10 minutes after? Raise your hand if you've ever noticed that, a connection. Okay, you guys are all very smart. Because I didn't make that connection when I was 15, not until after a few months. But let's look at some examples. Sometimes you eat food and you're like flying high, and then other times you eat food and it makes you feel like kind of sluggish. Like here's an example, this is what I felt like. This little wrinkly dog here, although he is very cute, he is feeling very sluggish because foods that are really fatty and heavy like this can really impact your mood. They can make you feel heavy and sluggish and not so good about yourself. And then candy, on the other hand, I know while candy can taste delicious, sugar, when you eat these kinds of foods, they are like a stimulant. So all of a sudden you feel really excited and really good. but unfortunately, they're a bad mood food because you often feel like you're falling asleep afterwards and then you kind of crash. So, does anyone ever feel like the grumpy cat? Do you guys know the grumpy cat, by the way? Yeah. He's pretty grumpy. Even though he is pretty cute, he has a bad catitude. Have you ever noticed if you skip breakfast, if you don't eat at all, have you ever noticed that you feel tired? Grumpy? Maybe you don't want to admit that you're ever grumpy. That's okay. I don't like to admit when I'm grumpy either. So here are some causes of a bad mood. Obviously food. So food that is missing good nutrients. Eating the same foods every single day. Also, aside from food, there's lifestyle factors as well that can put us in a bad mood. In fact, there's research that has shown being too connected to our phones, to our computers, to TVs, can actually contribute to problems like depression and anxiety. It's not a very joyous thing at all. So, and not having enough outdoor fun, actually being outside in nature is incredibly mood boosting. When you guys go outside and ride your bike or go on a trail, do you notice that you feel really good? Yeah, it's amazing. I call it vitamin G. I like to get my vitamin G every day for green space. And of course, not enough sleep. So what you eat every day can truly be the foundation for a good mood. So let's look at some bad mood foods. So the number one bad mood food. Oh, I really like this mic. So, what do you guys think is the number one bad mood food? Any guesses? I hear lots of good guesses. I'm pretty sure I hear what I'm going to tell you. Sugar. Dun dun dun. So sugar is terrible. Sugar is a stimulant. Now what that means is sugar makes you feel very, very energetic. Like maybe when your parents have too much coffee. So sugar is a stimulant, but the problem is that you feel really good, you're flying high, but it's short-lived. It's always followed by a crash, and then when you crash, you can feel moody and irritable. And the other thing is that it actually depletes the body of nutrients, certain minerals that are actually needed to be in a good mood. So any guesses the average number of pounds per year that people eat of sugar? So I'll give you a hint. It's more than I weigh. The average pounds per year. So someone had their hand up here. What do you think? It's hard to hear you. I think you said 180? No. You're warm. 800? No. Any other guesses? You're very, very close. She said 200. So I will tell you, 154 pounds is the average amount that people eat in sugar per year. But the problem is that sugar is hiding. This bad mood food isn't just in sour keys and sweet berries and candies, it's hidden. It can be hidden in things like flavored yogurt, salad dressings, juice, pop, granola bars. These types of foods can be a hidden source of sugar. Also, white carbs, white pasta, bagels, these can all be bad mood foods as well. So the problem with these foods, these white carbohydrates, is they give you this quick energy spike and can often be followed by a crash, which again makes you cranky. And fried foods as well. Fried foods are another bad mood food. Now, of course, having these foods once in a while is totally fine. But if you want to be in a good mood most of the time, who wants to be in a good mood most of the time? Yeah? I see some people that don't have their hand up. Does that mean you like being in a bad mood? Okay, good. You like to be in a good mood. You like to feel amazing. You don't want to be in a fast food coma like I was when I was 15. I was in a fast food coma all the time from like 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So let's talk about some good mood foods, because I know this is what you are all curious about. So protein. Protein is a building block of every single cell in your entire body. You have millions of cells that make up your body. So protein is essential for your brain. In fact, eating protein at every meal and snack helps to make hormones that make you feel good and joyous. So protein is actually important for a good mood. Oops, I think we have a technical difficulty. Oh, one moment. Okay, there, we're back. So protein is essential for a good mood. So these are all some examples of delicious proteins. Everything from beans and lentils. Does anyone here like to eat fish? Me too. I love fish. I had salmon for dinner last night. It was so yummy. Does anyone here like to eat eggs? So when I was in school, my teacher gave me some advice. So he said, Joy, I'm going to give you a little tip here. Every single time you have an exam, the days you have an exam, I promise you, you will do so much better on your exam if you eat eggs for breakfast. Because eggs are brain food. Here I thought, like, he was very quiet when he was telling me. I thought he was like gonna give me some really amazing secret tip that he told no one else. And I was like, eggs? Oh, and of course I did it, and I couldn't believe the difference. So, your brain. Your brain is made of fat. Fat is a good mood food. So, any guesses here how much of your brain matter is fat? So, raise your hand if you think 10%. Okay, raise your hand if you think 60%. I know that's a lot of fat, isn't it? Raise your hand if you think your brain is made of 2.5%. What about 82.5? Okay, so we have a variety of different percentages here. I'm going to tell you, your brain is made of 60% fat. So we have a lot of fat in our brain. So guess what? This means that we need to eat fat. If we want to feed our brain, good fat is really, really important for a healthy brain because it helps to make hormones that keep us happy. And a bonus is that when we eat good fats, it helps us feel more satisfied. We feel fuller longer. Who here likes avocados? Yes, me too. Do you guys like guacamole? Yes. Yay to guacamole. So these are all some good fats here. Complex carbs are important foods to eat as well. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to talk a bit faster. So complex carbs are essential for a joyous mood. These are all carbs here. Everyone forgets that fruits and vegetables are complex carbohydrates too, because your brain loves fruits and vegetables. Colorful foods. Water, drinking. Do you guys know who Homer Simpson is? Okay, you know, I wasn't sure. Okay, so this is what Homer Simpson's brain looks like because he's seriously dehydrated. So when you don't drink enough water, your brain literally shrinks. I'm not pulling your leg here. Your brain shrinks. So water is essential for a good mood because being dehydrated lowers your energy. How much more time do I have? 2 minutes? Okay. Okay, so just a mere 1% drop in water lowers your energy and causes headaches, makes you feel fatigued. So drink lots of water. Water is a good mood drink. So this little yellow picture here, a really good way to tell if you're drinking enough water is just to look at your pee. And it should be a pale yellow. That's an easy way to tell, right? So don't worry so much about counting the glasses of water. Just drink lots of water, check your pee, and make sure it's a pale yellow. So before I finish, I just want to share with you some ideas for good mood snacks to make sure that you know the next time you open the fridge, you remember you want to feel amazing. So good food is the foundation of a great mood. So these are all delicious ideas. This smoothie here, I love smoothies. I eat a smoothie every single day. As you saw, I had a smoothie this morning. I have a daughter. She's 9 months old. She was sipping on my smoothie as well and smiling. She really liked it. So things like nuts and seasoned fruit, veggie sticks and hummus. Does anyone here like hummus? Me too. Oh, you guys are also healthy. You're so healthy. I love it. Goat cheese? Does anyone like goat cheese? Maybe a few people. Oh, wow. So you guys like goat cheese too. That's great. Does anyone like to drink smoothies? Yes. Okay, you guys eat lots of good mood foods. This makes me very happy. So remember, if you want to feel like this, if you want to feel in a good mood, if you want to be powerful and strong and have great confidence and not feel like this, then you want to eat lots of healthy, delicious foods. Finally, think about it. Eat a rainbow. Color is a cue for health. So eat a rainbow, and this will help you have a very good mood, a very joyous mood. So thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful day.